Hello everyone, welcome to your class, and the topic is for first year human anatomy and physiology, and the topic name is reproductive system. The reproductive system or a genital system is a system of sex organ which within a organism which works together for the purpose of sexual reproduction. Many non-living substances such as fluid, hormone, and pheromones are also important accessories to the reproductive system. First of all, you must know about the reproduction. What is reproduction? Reproduction is a process by which our genetic material is passed on from one generation to the next generation. It involves passing of genetic material from parent cell to the daughter cell. The process required the sperm from the male and the egg from the female. First of all, we study about the male reproductive system. The male reproductive system consists of testes, a series of duct and accessory glands. The accessory gland produce secretions that become part of semen, the fluid that is ejaculated from the urethra. These glands are seminal vesicle, prostate gland, and the bulbourethral glands. And these are the organs which are involved in the male reproductive system. First one is scrotum, penis, testis, epididymis, deferent duct, ejaculatory duct, seminal vesicle, prostate gland, and the bulbourethral gland and urethra. First of all, we study about the scrotum. Scrotum is a loose pouch like sac of skin that covered in the testes between upper thighs. The scrotum hang behind and below the penis. The scrotum control temperature of the testis. Now penis. The penis delivers sperm into the vagina of female reproductive tract. It is cylindrical in shape and consists of head, body, and roots. Gland penis is covered with a loose skin called a foreskin. It is composed of these cylindrical masses of spongy tissue containing blood sinuses. Sexual stimulation triggers the dilation of the blood arteries in the penis. The blood sinuses fill with the blood and the penis become erect, enlarged, stiff, and firm. The erect penis is capable of penetrating the female vagina to deliver sperm and semen during sexual intercourse. And testis. Each testis is covered by a capsule of connective tissues called the tunica albuginea, which extend inward to form a series of compartments called lobules. Each lobule contains 1 to 3 convoluted seminal ferrous tubules in which spermatogenesis occurs. In the lobules, serotoli cells supply nutrient to the developing sperm cell. Leading cells produce the male sex hormones that is called testosterone. Next is epididymis. The sperm that produced from the testes are immature and unable to fertilization. Therefore, the epididymis perform maturation of the sperm. During sexual stimulation, epididymis transports the sperm into the deferent duct. Next, deferent duct. The deferent duct transport mature sperm to the urethra, the tube that carries urine or sperm to outside of the body in preparation for ejaculation. Next one is female reproductive system, and these are the organ involved: vagina, cervix, uterus, oviduct, and ovaries. So, fibromuscular tubular tract leading from uterus to the exterior of the body in females. Vagina is often used to refer the vulva or female genital generally. Strictly speaking, the vagina is a specific internal structure and the vulva is the exterior genital only. So, vagina is the place where semen from the male is deposited into the female body at the climax of sexual intercourse, commonly called ejaculation. Around vagina, pubic hairs protect the vagina from infection and is a sign of puberty. Next is cervix. The cervix is a lower narrow portion of the uterus where it join with the top end of the vagina. It is cylindrical or conical in shape and produced through the upper anterior vaginal walls. Approximately half its length is visible. The remainder lies above the vagina beyond view. Next is uterus. The uterus or womb is a major female reproductive organ of human. One end, the cervix, open into the vagina. The other is connected on the both side of the fallopian tube. The uterus is a pear-shaped muscular organ. Its major function is to accept a fertilized ovum, which become implanted into the endometrium and derive nourishment from blood vessels, which develop exclusively for this purpose. The fertilized ovum become an embryo, develop into a fetus and gestates until childbirth. Next, oviduct. Fallopian tube or oviduct are two very fine tubes leading from the ovaries of female mammals into the uterus. Oviduct is also called as fallopian tube, so don't get confused in both of these. On maturity of an ovum, the follicle and the ovary wall rupture, allowing the ovum to escape and enter the fallopian tube. If the ovum is fertilized while in the fallopian tube, then it is normally implants into the endometrium where it reaches the uterus, which signals the beginning of pregnancy. Next is ovary. The ovary are the place inside the female body where ova or egg is produced. The process by which the ovum is released is called ovulation. The speed of ovulation is periodic and impact directly into the length of a menstrual cycle. After ovulation, the ovum is captured by the oviduct after traveling down the oviduct to the uterus, occasionally being fertilized on its way by an incoming sperm, leading to the pregnancy and the eventual birth of a new human being. So this is your reproductive system. And now we study about the menstrual cycle. The reproductive cycle in the female primates like monkey, apes and human beings is called menstrual cycle. Next, menarche, beginning of menstruation at puberty. Menopause, menstrual cycle ceases or stop around 50 years of age, that termed as menopause. And menstrual cycle, the cycle of events starting from 1 month to another. And here the average days, the human female menstruation is repeated at an average interval of about 28 to 29 days. First one is menstrual phase. In an 28 days menstrual cycle, the menses take place on cycle days 3 to 5. The production of LH, that is luteinizing hormone, from the anterior lobe of the pituitary gland is reduced. The withdrawal of this hormone causes degeneration of the corpus luteum and therefore progesterone production is reduced. Next one is follicular phase. The phase usually include days of 6 to 13 or 14 in a 28 days of cycle. The follicle stimulating hormone FSH secreted by the anterior lobe of pituitary gland stimulated the ovarian follicle to secrete androgen. The endometrium become thicker by rapid cell multiplication, and this is accompanied by an increase in uterine gland and blood vessel. This is your follicular phase. Here is the days period and the luteal phase. So next is ovulatory phase. Both LH and FSH attain a peak level at the middle of cycle, about 14th day. Estrogen concentration is in blood vessel increases. Rapid secretion of LH induces rupturing of follicles. In fact, LH causes ovulation. Next is luteal phase, and most important phase includes cycle days of 15 to 28. The ovulation is followed by the luteal phase, during which the remaining part of the follicle are as a corpus luteum. The corpus luteum secrete large amount of the progesterone, which is essential for the maintenance of the endometrium. Such as endometrium is necessary for the implantation of the fertilized ovum and other event of the pregnancy. Uterine gland become secretory.